Hello and welcome. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 2 of our Let's Play the Sheikh of Cadiz. And I sure hope I'm saying Sheikh properly, because if I keep saying it wrong in every single episode, that would be rather embarrassing. To be the Sheikh. Maybe it's Sheikh. I'm going to look at like an online pronunciation thing and see if I'm getting it right. To me, it looks like Sheikh. S-H-E, she, ik, Sheikh, 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 Sheikh. We'll go with Sheikh. Something like that. The Sheikh of Cadiz. Great, so, still do not have enough men. We need another 150 men. How can we fix this problem? What I should have done, again, is I should have raised his army before revoking, and then sent it off to, like, here, and then disbanded it outside of our territory so that he'd lose half the men. It's kind of gamey, but we would have gotten rid of 120, and then I could do it again and getting rid of another 60, and then we could have had him down to almost no levy before doing it. But as it is, I might just need to, I don't know, figure it out. Let's do this. Maybe if we make this guy like us better. Let's give you an honorary title. You can be my cupbearer, buddy. Get a little bit more levy from him. And how about you, my court imam? Before I kill you, we'll make you the court musician. No, we'll make you the chief architect. Or, yeah, whatever. Just pick one of those. Now we're up to 411 men. Still 100 short. Little tiny bit of a problematic start. One of the nice things about having multiple wives is that you get lots of prestige and piety and stuff for getting them all pregnant. You know, it's a very pious thing to do, to shag the Frankish Catholics and, you know, all these women that don't like me. That's something I think is kind of silly about it, is that, like, you know, really, if a woman hates your guts, and maybe this is just me thinking about it too much, but, you know, I like to think of it like, you know, someone who's got a neutral opinion of you would be around 0. If they're negative at all, they, like, don't like you. And if they have negative 70, negative 69, like, they really hate you. So the way I picture it, it's like, okay, you're my wife, so you were basically forced into this marriage that you didn't want to be in. You hate my guts, and I'm, like, chasing you down, and just... Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, it just doesn't feel right. It's like, the woman hates you, and you're making her pregnant. How does that happen? Well, there's only one way. A daughter? How worthless. Actually, daughters are fairly useful, because we can get, oh crap. Did not succeed in our plot to murder him. We have a lot of plot power, though. Prove that plan, sure. So, yeah, daughters can be useful, because you can marry them off to other dukes. There goes our court imam. Sad. He did do a good job improving our stuff, but we can just use this guy. You are now the court imam. We'll have you perform some charity. So he died, and we inherited the mosque. Now, one of the things that's great about playing as a Muslim is that there's only essentially 2 types of holdings. Instead of having to deal with churches, castles, and cities, there are churches, castles, and cities, but there's really no such thing as a bishop. You've got a wali, right? Like if you've got a character who owns just a mosque, then he'll be called a wali. But you can hold on to mosques perfectly fine as a feudal lord, and no taxation penalties or levy penalties. In fact, you gain monthly piety for having a mosque in your domain. I get 0.2 extra piety per month for having that mosque. And again, we get the full levy, and now my marshal can improve the levy in both this one and this one. So maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to just end this war almost there without having to hire mercenaries. And then we'll have 3 counties. Or 3 titles, rather, which would be good. And I'm going to keep on doing this over and over again. We need a little bit more prestige so that we can convert to our liege's culture. That might help me get more support from the court. Like, another daughter. Club-footed, in fact. Yeah, we've got a -7 foreigner penalty with that Sheikh. Because we are part of the same culture group. We are Arabic. But we are Maghreb, and they are Andalusian. And I do want to take the Andalusian culture. It's the same cultural building, unfortunately. But this whole area here, down here, is already Andalusian. Maghreb is down here. Maghreb. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. You guys give me so much shit for saying words wrong. I'm trying my best, I swear. Anyway. Oh, that's why the game's not happening, because it's paused. An abundance of food, wine, and good company, the hedonism lifestyle seems to make me forget the gray world outside, and I indulge in everything. But I feel empty inside. There's no creativity in hedonism. So I could try to make the world more poetic, giving me plus 2 more diplomacy. Or I can go with content. Screw that. I'm going to do this one because we continue to be a hedon. We continue to have this tasting the forbidden wine of hedonism. Oh, no, we don't. Never mind. Shoot, we've just lost our fertility bonus, but we've gained 2 diplomacy. That's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. I don't care. 508. Almost there. I think we just have to wait a little bit more. A couple more men need to come. Maybe now. Now that we're in April. There we go. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to very, very slowly siege through his holding at the rate of 0.04 or 4% morale per 12 days. So about 12% per month. It's going to take a while. But eventually, we're going to take this other holding. And what we're doing right now, essentially, is by declaring war on my guy, I'm going to get some prestige for winning. 50 prestige when we win. Which is a good way to get a little bit of early money. But then also, we're consolidating the power of this single county. We're going to have 3 of the titles, which will make me quite powerful for a single county sheik. I'm going to save my money for now. You just never know when you might need it for mercenaries to steal the duchy from your liege. And let's see what's going on with the kings, the Spanish kings here. They're probably attacking, yeah. And he's apparently involved in a Leonese claim war. So this guy is deciding to try to take, what? Attacking, yeah, he's trying to take the kingdom of Galicia. And at the same time, King Sancho of Castile, which is this guy, this is his war, he is attacking Sheikh Mohammed of Cataluyud, this county here. And he's probably going to win. Usually they win the first few wars, 94% in favor of him. So they're going to take some of that land back, which is fine, because then I'm going to take it later. After we've gotten some more power. Levy reinforcement rates increased. That is good. Now, as long as no time passes, I should be able to actually lower this levy, which will put us below the number, but see how the morale stays there, and then I can raise it again now that there's more men, which will actually just help us to siege just a tiny bit faster, maybe? Nope, still 4% a month, 4% per tick. But this is his only holding, so as soon as we finish this siege, in another 3 more ticks, then we'll have another county. 3 of our wives are pregnant right now, so we're getting lots of prestige from it. In fact, I now have enough prestige that I can switch to my liege's culture, which I will do. So we'll become Andalusian, which means that now we have no more foreigner penalty with this character, so we are the exact same culture, which is good. Let's see if we can actually do any plotting now that we have that change. Nope, not yet. Nothing there. And what if we tried to just murder this guy? Nope, nothing yet. Okay. We'll have to continue. Soon. Soon, soon, soon. It'll happen. Another daughter. Crying out loud. Daughters are worthless. Don't you understand? Okay, so we've won that. We've got him in prison. I could ransom him for just 25 gold, or I could now revoke his title since he is a traitor and just take his title. He's going to take his 23 gold with him. That's okay. I don't really care. Now we have 3 counties, or 3 titles, which is good. That means that we're getting a ton of effect now from collecting taxes and improving the troops because it's affecting 3 separate holdings. 55% increased levy on all 3, and 22% increased tax on all 3. And at this point now, it's either a waiting game. It's either we have to wait for our liege to die. He's 53. He's younger than I am. And by the way, since I forgot to point it out, this is where, since we have more than 2 wives, we're getting an extra 0.8 prestige per month. So that's good. This sheik over here is actually his heir. It's his son. So, he's not likely to want to kill his own father. But what if I were to kill him? Anyone that wants you dead? There's a few people, not a lot of plot power. This guy looks like he could be bought, I think. We've got 1, 2, 3 positives, only 2 negatives. It'd be tough. It'd be very tough. I don't know if I want to send money to him. I don't really have a lot of money at this point. Hey, it's a daughter. An ugly one. I'm going to throw all these women off cliffs. I'm sorry, that's terrible. I shouldn't say that. That's mean. Apparently our liege is involved in the Genoese. The Genoa Holy War for Mallorca. He's allied. And let's see. We'll let you rot for now. Actually, we'll release you. No, we won't. We're going to leave you in prison. No, we won't. His liege is this Sheikh of Tunis, which means that when he dies, his money will go to him. So, let's see. Can we ransom you? Gosh, 5 daughters. How bad are my odds there? Actually, doing any of this really doesn't help me out. We'll just leave him there for now. Releasing him won't help me because he's not one of my vassals, technically. This guy won't care. I think it's time to change taxes, though. We don't have any other ICTA people. We don't have any barons or any other counts. I'm just a count, so this doesn't matter. The only taxation we could really do is increase city taxation, which I think we will. We're going to lose 50 piety for this, which sucks, but at the same time, that basically doubles the amount of income I'm going to get from that single city. It's going to go from 4.93 up to, what? 8.88. Decent increase. And we really do need every dollar we can get. We're up to 42 gold a year right now, which is really good for a single county sheik. But I need to kill you. Let's see. I need a son so that I can change my ambition to improve my intrigue, so that I can get better at intrigue, so that I can kill him. Let's see. Do I want to gain shy? No. I can piss off my mayor. Spends 10 gold, lose 1 stewardship, but gain 5 general opinion for roughly about a year and a half. I think I'd rather piss the mayor off. I don't want to spend money on that. But my court imam has done a good job and actually just made him like me a lot better, so kind of offsets any of those problems we just had. Alright, this one's going to be a boy. You stupid women! Make some boys! Yes, round 3. Fight. Next. Who's next? Seriously, with 4 wives, we have 5 girls, and we're still going to lose if I die right now, and I'm 67 years old. I need to breed. Come on, make some babies. Babies. Now, I could attack this guy in a conquest for one of the other counties. Let's go back to the fertility thing. Yeah, we need more babies. Anyway, I could attack this guy. He has a decent amount of power. He's got 55%, 1,100 men, but I have enough money to hire mercenaries, so if I really need to, I could steal one more of these counties, like probably Algeciras, because it's got 3 subholdings. Actually, no, Algeciras is my liege's land, which I can't take. Shoot. I can only attack this guy, and only for Arquena or Niebla. Hey, we've got a son, finally. Fortunately, he's not a genius. This is a pretty good county. Alright, so we fulfilled our ambition to have a son. Next up, let's try to improve our intrigue, because we need to murder people. Now, the problem with attacking this guy, though, would be that if I do that, he's not going to like me very much, and he's not going to help me out with plotting. But we really don't have very many people to support us in any of our fabrication efforts. I could send my Chancellor. He hasn't really done any much positive stuff with this guy. Still hasn't improved relations with him. Let's give him a little bit more time. Let's see if he can... Could observe Ramadan, lose some decadence, cost 60 gold. This costs the same amount of gold regardless of the size of your realm, so it's more expensive effectively in the beginning of the game than it is in the later game. But by lowering our decadence, we would actually gain increased annual income, so it kind of help out. Plus, oh, there's a chance that we could lose health though. We could get ill during Ramadan, and I don't. Well, I do have a son. So we'll do it. If I die, I die. Hey, it's a girl. Yep. Sure, now we'll set him free. Gain some piety, lose one more decadence. I really don't want to do the festivities. It's only one vassal, and I don't want to spend the money, and I also don't want to risk getting ill, actually. I really don't. Do I want to give gifts to my wives? No. None of them like me anyway, so my affection is gift enough. And there we go. So we've lost 5 decadence, which we currently have no decadence gain, because we have no uncles, sons, really, that are of age that aren't landed, any of that. But just by doing that, we have 4% increased domain income and 10% morale of domain troops. So that is good. Good, good, good. Dinara is often involved in fights with toddlers. Okay, that's fine, whatever. This just affects her, so sure. You can be proud, I don't care. I'm just going to marry you off for an alliance. You are alliance bait. Hey, 1 intrigue, good. Now, when we played as the Duke of Bulgar, we didn't really have any other Sunni people nearby, so daughters were very, very useless to me then. But down here, we have tons of Sunnis that we can marry and get a lot of alliances with, which is good. Sunnis do a very good job of being intermarried, and they're very, very connected with alliances compared to Christians, because Christians just have fewer kids. The counterpoint to that, the problem, is that because they have so many half-brothers, decadence and internal claim wars happen more often as well. So, in general, if Christians leave them alone, they'll just fight each other. But if Christians attack them, they rally and really fight back hard. I actually prefer, usually, playing as a Muslim. I think it's a lot more fun than a Christian, but that's because I like to conquer the world. I knew there was a huge bear somewhere near the caves in Seville, and a courtier of mine has insisted to come along when my men and I went hunting. Alright, sure. The beast was huge, bigger than any bear had ever seen. I fought him bravely, but only managed to slay him after he wounded several of my men. I could not save everyone. 30% chance that that guy who wanted to come along, my court imam, gets injured. Gain 10 prestige, or just make him like me better. Well, he's not landed, so I don't really care that much about his opinion. And his stewardship, or his intrigue rather, is not that high, and I don't think he'd even be able to help me with my plots. So we'll just take this one, we'll take the prestige. Yeah, let's see, did he get injured? Nope, he didn't. He's fine. No big deal. Let's see, what to do with our money. Should we... Yeah. Since I came to Seville, we've never had a shortage of soldiers. Cool, so I, as my liege's marshal, have just had this event happen. The levy reinforcements. So I've made it better for Seville. And what else did I want to do? I wanted to do something else. It was... Yeah, do I want to build a castle village? I think so. I don't see myself attacking the Sheikh yet. So let's go ahead and take the primary holding and build a castle village. Really, until this guy dies, I'm kind of stuck. And unfortunately, I'm older than he is, so it's very likely we're going to end up playing as like a 2-year-old boy or something. But that's part of the fun of starting as the Sheikh of Cadiz. It's a little bit more challenging. And what about factions? Could we use a faction? We could try to get Sultan Abu. The Sultan down here starts with strong claims on a lot of the duchies up here. In fact, most of them. Which allows them to go to war for the entire duchy instead of doing single county conquests. So if I did that faction and actually won the war, then he would become the liege, and we would be part of a much larger realm, all of this land. But I don't really want that. I want... He's Maghreb, and I want it to be Andalusian, so I'm not going to do that faction. I could do the independence faction, but really, if I could fabricate a claim on the duchy, then I could do a faction to put me in charge of the duchy, or I could plot to steal it. There's a lot of options available. So let's just keep messing around. We've got one supporter. We need at least 3 and 75%, so not likely to happen. I know I keep checking this, but you've got to be pretty consistent in checking, because just a couple modifiers here and there can change how many people would be willing to plot with you. Okay, how about we do... No, we're already building a spy network. He is in Seville, right? Yes. Alright, let's do this one instead. So instead of trying to improve our relations with him, because I don't really think he's ever going to plot against his father, let's just try to make him like his father less. Vassal liege opinion lowered. So we'll have him change his tactics. Instead of trying to make him like me better, we'll try to make him like his dad better. Or less, rather. And I think I'm going to wrap this one up here. In the next episode, hopefully we'll go to war or take over a county or something. We're landlocked right now. We can't attack anyone except for potentially up here. What would that take? What kind of a claim would that be? We could do a holy war. Here's an idea. Maybe we should save our money up and actually go for a holy war for him. Be real aggressive for a little single sheik guy, but we might be able to do it. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again in the next video.